that embodies some good moral characteristic traits like I do. I got to find a woman that comes from a 2-parent household. I got to find a woman that's like the exception to the rule. Because I'll tell you,
ain't no exception,
when you're a
nigga.
single
You can't
father,
be the exception, nigga.
women
Nobody else can.
that don't have kids don't.
I'm not trying to cuff you, baby. Just want you to shake that ass. Police shutting down the party, so they twerking on the grass. Man, just look at all these hoes. They dropping low and doing split. She won't come and hang around with MDS, cause we the shit. Can't put trust inside nobody, so I'm clutching on the stick. I got a freaky hoe from Euclid. Say she gon' show me a trick.
What up, MDS gang, man? We back with another motherfucking reaction video, man. We got at No Fugazi podcast is my career by doing this. This is the guy that we reacted to probably like 2 days ago probably. He was telling niggas to not fuck with single moms and don't do this and this and that. Telling basically giving advice on hoes, and he did everything he told us not to do. Well, not us, cause I don't listen to him, but told the people that listen to him not to do. So I guess he, seen people videos and he trying to, respond, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what the fuck he got going on, man, because they caught that nigga in 4K with a snow bunny and 4 kids, one of them doing TikToks, all type of shit. So yeah, caught him in 4K. But y'all know we don't do too much talking, we getting straight to the motherfucking video. Let's go.
We got O'Shea to Duke Jackson. He sent in some bread.
Okay, so O'Shea, you sending money to that nigga to talk to that nigga? Okay, it's getting kind of crazy now. You're sending money to this nigga to talk to this nigga. Just let the video resurface, nigga. He'll see the video, nigga. You sending money to go talk to this nigga? Okay.
Clapped up white BBL cheeks. Now we the problem? Yo, O'Shea, if you tuning in, man, you got the truth, man. So you were wrong on so many things. And I'm not saying that your reaction channels is the problem at all, or anyone that reacted to my content. The thing is, you've been manipulated, my friend. You've been manipulated,
my friend. Sound like you trying to manipulate niggas right now.
It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Theme, clock ticking music. Time is winding down for the No Fugazi podcast. His career is ultimately going to be over very soon, and time will soon show that. No Fugazi podcast, aka Mr. Cooley, he believes that he is more intelligent than he really is. He's a true narcissist. He believes he's better than people. He's self-aggrandizing, but of course he's going to have the same fall as everybody else, and I'm here to report on that. But today I only want to talk about this whole.
At the end of the day, yeah, this is how you got caught in 4K. At the end of the day, I don't want the nigga career to be over with. Like, he didn't do no crazy shit. He didn't murder nobody. He didn't like do like touch no little kids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, this is a black man, and we want our black men to be as successful as it be. We don't want to tear a black man down just because he telling us not to fuck with girls with single moms and he do it and shit. Like, just because he hypocritical don't mean that you should just tear his whole career over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was listening to his videos, on the video that reacted to, he didn't say bad shit. He actually said true shit. It's just that he's not living by it. That don't mean that you tear the whole nigga shit down. He's still a black man. That's our problem, bro. We feel like we want to keep tearing the black people down, bro. Like, nigga, y'all, you want to kill his whole career because he not living what he say? That's all these rappers. That's all the rappers doing. Come on, man.
Whole situation with the single mom. Now, his stream was over 3 hours and almost 30 minutes, in which he got into some arguments with some of the people he was debating. But I won't even deal with that right now. I'm only going to deal with the fact that Mr. Cooley is a bona fide liar. Now stop the show. Now, he did tell the truth about one thing. He has admitted before that when he met his current chick right now, that yes, he had a child and she had a child.
You're in the 18th percentile, like myself. I have full custody of my kid, right? Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yes, so we both had a kid. Like, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young.
You ain't that fucking young, nigga.
Okay, so he did talk about that before, right? But here are the two problems with that. The first problem is this. No Fugazi is actually lying. You see, if you go back to that picture of him with the white lady and her 2 white kids, and he met her, as he said, when he was 25, I believe now he's 34. She didn't just have a kid. She had 2 kids. According to this TikTok here, okay? In this TikTok, she says, I have a 15 and 11-year-old. So why are you trying to remove the kid, bro? Obviously, the lady says that she has 2 children, one that is 15, another that's 11, and you met her when she had both. But now you're trying to say that she had a kid and you had a kid. No, so she had 2 kids. And which is the reason why No Fugazi, when there was the video of him with all of them in the picture, he removed that video on Thanksgiving that they posted on that couples channel. That's right. They have a couples channel,
Are you older than 18? We're looking for motivated people to take cybersecurity classes 100% online. You could earn your degree from the
racial couples channel of almost 2 million followers. But then here is the second problem with what he's saying. Although he did admit kinda that, obviously she was a single mom when he met her, the problem is your brand talks down on single mothers.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
I'm able to do everything else, whether or not I have a baby or not. I still can be a great wife.
Yeah, listen, single moms, recreational use only.
The problem with this, Mr. Fugazi, is you're in a particular niche, which is the manosphere, that you have to live what you're talking about. You never preface yourself as a brand for everyone. I'm not talking about one particular clip within a lot of hours of content that people don't know that you are currently with a single mom when you have so many clips talking about single moms. See, that's the thing you're not seeing. The average or the ratio is imbalanced. You talk about not dealing with single moms a lot because why? Those clips are viral. Those clips make a lot of money and those clips keep you in business. If you go to No Fugazi's podcast on Instagram, you're not gonna see that clip pinned to the top saying, hey, I met my chick when I had a single mom and all of that. You're not gonna see that. You wanna know why he won't do that? Because he simply won't have a career anymore. Why? Because guys will say, why should I take advice from a dude that's currently with a single mom or got with a single mom? Now, let's go back to the High Value Man clip that went so viral.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year. And I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Now, why am I addressing that clip? Because he's a high value guy, according to him, and he makes 6 figures, okay? So then this leads me to believe, Mr. David Cooley, when you were 25, when you met your chick, why did you already have a kid at 25? Okay, and if you were so high value, why couldn't you get a chick without kids and train her to be what you want? Because you were dealing with somebody with 2 kids. If you were such a high value guy back then, as you are today, as you say, then you wouldn't have been dealing with a single mom at all. I know plenty of guys that have children that don't want to deal with single moms at all. The reality is, Mr. Cooley, is that, hey man, you like that white keep it hike? You know what I mean? And so in order for you to get one of them, as long as they had 2 kids, you were okay with it. Because, hey, you were a simp back then, and I think that you still are. But for you, this is a grift. So, this is a good way of you making some money. This is a way of you doing.
So what I don't understand is when he be saying all this shit, the niggas that he do the podcast with, they don't be thinking in the back of his head like, this nigga sitting here contradicting himself. Cause I know, like, before the podcast started, after the podcast is over with, she calling him or texting him, or he probably be telling the situations or some shit like that. They don't be thinking like, this nigga did this, but go on the podcast and say this. Me, I'm the type of nigga, I'm gonna say what it is. I don't sugarcoat shit.
Something that probably you've never done before, getting paid to be quote unquote a logical teacher. And that's kind of how he always talks. If you watch David Cooley, he's a guy that talks very very paternalistic towards his subscribers, as if he has all the problems figured out. But if he had all the problems figured out, he wouldn't have never been dealing with a single mom in the first place. Fast Now let's talk about this whole lie about, why he chose a single mom in the first place.
I met like I just said, when I was 25 years old, we met. I had a kid, full custody. And when you are a single father, it's much different. Like in this space, we speak about, the manosphere, like / red pill type conversations. We always speak about mitigating risk.
I'll be already
like coming from a mitigating risk
what do that
standpoint.
mean?
Like,
what is that?
Okay, stuff like that. So it's more from like a selfish standpoint when we're speaking. But when you're a father, you have to be selfless because I had a daughter that I can't be selfish. So I can't be like, man, let me get, the chick with 000 baggage. I'm just looking at those things and all of this, but I'm not really worried about the values and all of that. But when you are a father, you got to be selfless. You got to think about, well, I got to find a woman that embodies some good moral characteristic traits like I do. I got to find a woman that comes from a 2-parent household. I got to find a woman that's like the exception to the rule. Because I'll tell you,
I ain't no exception.
When you're a single
you can't
father,
be the exception, nigga. Nobody else can.
That don't have kids don't necessarily understand the obligations that come with having kids. You get it?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, this is where you start bullshitting. Don't start on that podcast telling all these niggas you don't know their situation. You don't know how they met their girls or no shit like that. Don't go in there and start talking all that shit about them niggas shouldn't be talking to no girls with kids, a single mom and shit like that. And you do it, then you start talking about sometimes you need to make exceptions. You need to find a girl that know how to handle with kids and shit like that. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. No. That's bullshit, nigga.
Understand the obligations that comes with having kids. So for my situation and for a lot of guys, I mean, if you can get a woman that is the exception to the rule, where she's not a single mom because she got knocked up or she had some one night stands or she has a whole lot of tattoos, like she has all of these other red flags and she's a single mom, is like, God dang, what's going on? Because we know the stigma around single moms.
You just said,
so if you're going to date a single mom, you got to date one that isn't a stigma. But guess what? Stay away from the single moms. I still tell you guys now, because generally speaking, the majority, they have all of that baggage. I just so happen to be the exception to the rule, and so is my chick.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, you the exception.
Now, this is very interesting to me, Mr. Cooley. And the reason why it's interesting,
you feel like you just being exception
now you're making excuses as to why you went and got a single mom, because she has all of these values. Now, I don't know if you guys heard that. He wanted a woman who came from a 2-parent home, although currently she's a single mom with 2 kids.
Stop the cap.
I don't know what that dude is smoking.
Well, so she's not a single mom no more. She with him.
Somebody coming from a 2-parent household, but who currently is a single mom herself.
She's not a single mom. Sense. She with him,
I mean,
nigga.
This guy thinks he's smart and he loves to hear himself talk, but the more he runs his mouth, the dumber you understand how this guy's logic is and how it appears. Again, he sounds very eloquent. He sounds very charismatic. He sounds very fastidious, but he's not. He just speaks very well, but he doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then you heard him talk about the fact that, I wanted somebody that had the same values. Okay, it's good to have values with, a woman that has 2 different kids or 2 kids by somebody else. We don't even know if those are the same children by the same men, because of course she'll never reveal that to us. But then, you are the exception to the rule. And guess what? She's the exception to the rule.
Stop the cap.
So both of you are the exception to the rule. So basically, because you are the exception and she's the exception, that gives you some right to talk about, things that men are going through, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
You see, Mr. Cooley, if you would have just not addressed this, it wouldn't have been so problematic. But again, you think that you're holier than people and you're very self-advertising. So, somebody like you don't mind walking yourself down this particular tunnel in which you cannot get out of. The reality is this, bro. When I was 25, I didn't have a kid. Okay. When I was 35, I didn't have a kid. Okay. And
I ain't gonna lie.
I was 25. I didn't have a kid. Okay. When I was 35, I didn't have a kid. See, is this, bro? When I was 25,
I ain't gonna lie, you an ugly ass nigga. That's how you looked at 25, nigga. You always look old as shit. God damn, you do not have any young pictures, nigga. God damn. You was 25 looking like that, nigga. Shit. You was an ugly nigga growing up, nigga. You was an ugly ass boy.
I didn't have a kid. Okay. When I was 35, I didn't have a kid. Okay. And I didn't marry a single mom. I wasn't in a relationship with a single mom at 25. And I wasn't even considering myself a high value man then. This is probably what you would consider yourself. You probably would have considered yourself a high value man back then as you do now. And the reality is, Mr. Fugazi, you can't do any better than what you're doing. Even though you say you're 6'4",
I mean, come on.
You make six figures.
You get money, man.
Like
you
frauding.
Can,
it's like
get
scamming.
A lot of hoes,
so
bro.
yes, you might have said one time or a few times you met your chick when she was a single mom, but that's not your body of work. Okay. You know that people are not going to go through your podcast and go through 3 hours of your live stream boring content to kind of figure that out. And again, you don't ever put that clip there in shorts because you're not trying to promote that, because you know that's going to work against you. And so instead of talking trash to your fans and insulting your friends, saying that they are low IQ, there's only one low IQ guy that we're talking about that got caught up. And I think we know who
you definitely
it is.
got caught in 4K.
And it's not the fans.
Definitely
you
got
are
caught
the
in
one
4K.
that basically caused this upon yourself.
He gonna keep
and you
putting that
have so
picture.
much pride that
Yeah,
you
that
feel
ain't
like
gonna
you're
lie.
better than
Putting you in
people,
pajamas
that
is
you
crazy.
can actually talk yourself out of this situation, when the reality is, man, you're making yourself look bad. You look very bad. And you look terrible. And of course, you think that you're going to be around and guys are going to take your advice. But don't worry, bro. You're on your way out like Donovan Sharp. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Yeah, shit. I don't know, man. Fuck it. Make sure I like, comment, subscribe, man. MDS gang. I know these bigs up and coming, man. We out.